up, everyone? This is Rikk Retreat.
This is Nikky Casket.
And you are watching the Hot Boys of Halloween podcast.
This is our very first episode, and I'm really fucking excited to do this with my boy Rikk.
This is gonna be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're just gonna be fucking talking about whatever we want to talk about, and we're not gonna keep it too long. So it should be fucking sweet. I'm fucking jacked for this, man.
Hell yeah. So if you don't know, I am Rikk Retreat. I play in the Writhers. Nikky Casket over here is in 5 Cent Freak Show. Again, thank you guys for watching. This is our first thing. This is supposed to be our inaugural Halloween Spooky Boy episode, so it's going to be fun. Just to summarize what Nikky said, this is for us to do, a bunch of whatever the fuck we want. We might throw some reviews at you. We might do a mukbang one day. We might just shoot the shit. We're stoked to have everyone there to check us out. And assuming this is on YouTube, please like and subscribe and share. Do all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And comments are recommended too if y'all want to see anything or have us talk about anything in particular. Just shoot one of us a message on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and we will fucking do what we can to make that happen. That would be awesome.
I wanna point out one of them. I think you had told me this was an idea, and it was viewers sending us like Jackass style videos.
Yeah, Jackass style videos for fucking merch.
I thought that was super funny. I don't know if I want to do that, but if you do that, like, I'm not opposed to thinking about it.
I mean, I would be down. There might be some liability and legality issues.
Right.
That, but I mean, like that's a really fucking awesome idea. We'll see what happens with that, man.
We'll definitely see what happens. So before we get started into our actual I'm gonna say meat and potatoes, but I'm vegan, so I'm gonna I don't know, potatoes for me, right? Portion of the podcast. What's been going on for you, Nikky? How's music treating you? How is I know that you were on tour a bit ago with Evelyn's Casket. What's going on?
Well, so lately, Bilo and Steve have both been going to school. Bilo's Yeah, so it's been 5 Cents had a little bit of a slowdown this past little while, but Bilo's out of school now. Steve's almost out of school now, and we're ramping up for our next album. So we're we're writing some songs for that. We got a couple Halloween shows in Canada.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got we're doing Vern's on the 28th in Calgary, and then I think we're doing this place called Cheers in Red Deer on the 28th. So it's our first Halloween in fucking Canada. We haven't been in Canada for Halloween in a long fucking time, so we're really, really excited for this, man. And we actually have some new merch on the way. We're just waiting for it. But once it gets here, it's gonna be. I'm really fucking stoked to share that all with you guys.
Is that through Deadly, like the rest of your stuff has been?
This is just we're doing a little self-release thing.
Okay, cool.
People have been wanting this for a long time, and we've been holding off on it for a long time, too long. So we are finally delivering that now. So it should be here in a couple days. So
I'm curious to ask to what it is, because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but my guess is everyone's probably been asking for Nikky Casket butt plugs. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm gonna say that's what it is.
That's next up on the docket. That's next. But yeah, no, we got some plans for doing some stuff with Evelyn's Casket too. Hopefully, we got that tour coming up. Their Youth with Darker Days, Evelyn's Casket, 5 Cent Freak Show. We're going to the West Coast, and hopefully we are playing with the Writhers and with you guys.
Not hopefully, it is happening. We're just it's a little too far for us to have any details yet, but it's happening.
Oh yeah, okay. We gotta make that happen, man.
Yeah, totally.
What about Rikk? What about you, my man? What's going on with you in the music world?
So for me, Writhers is actually playing 2 Halloween shows, one on the 28th in San Diego and one on the 29th in Fullerton with Evelyn's Casket. So anybody watching from this side of the world, please come out and see us. That's going to be sick. I'm stoked because, I mean, why wouldn't I be stoked to be playing with Evelyn's Casket again? B, on the second night, we're playing with some buddies called Twilight Creeps. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're a sick horror punk band from Orange County, so that'll be sick. Aside from that, I had mentioned this to you before, but I'm like in the loose early stages of doing a sort of solo project called Rikk. And that is more or less like what I'm calling a popcorn music project, meaning that I'm like, asking friends to provide the things that I have no talent in. Like I can play the drums, I can, write lyrics and stuff like that. And I can arrange ideas, but I don't know how to play guitar. I don't know how to play bass or whatever. Right. So
now, not to interrupt you, man, but
yeah.
you going to be singing?
I am going to do vocals on some songs. So the first song that I put out, once it is recorded, I'm going to be doing some vocals on it. I'm not going to be singing, but I'm going to be doing vocals on it.
Oh, dude, I can't wait, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that one's going to be fun. And then other things, I have ideas for. Maybe I'll do like a spoken word type of thing or something. So
nice, man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. If you ever want to join, if you ever want to put in some guitar tracks or whatever, I would love for that to happen.
Buddy, I am there, man. You just say the words and I am there, dude. That sounds fucking awesome. So do you have many songs written for that already?
Yeah. So I have one track that I'm really excited about. It'll be the single. And it is like in a surfabilly sort of style, kind of like I don't know if you're familiar with Deadbolt. So it's kind of like that. It's like they're like a older San Diego surf band. They call themselves Voodoo Billy. So it's very like, kind of middle ground surfy track with like electric bass. So I'm hoping to kind of emulate that style. I wrote some lyrics for it. I'm going to be doing the sort of talking vocals on it. I got the boy DC Disaster doing some artwork for it, so that'll be cool. Dude, his stuff is so sick. I'm so glad to know him. But yeah, I also have two songs that are kind of in the style of my old band. Not in the style, but very influenced by the style of my old band JXV. So it's like more on the metalcore like sound. So this is a sort of like whatever the fuck I want type of project,
Absolutely, man. Actually, that's where I fucking knew you from, was JXV, man. That's awesome, dude. Right on, man. Well, I'm stoked for that.
Hell yeah. So what's up with you before we get moving? I did want to ask about the new album. So you're writing songs, or you've already started, like you're gearing up to write new songs?
We've already started writing a few songs. We've reached out to a couple people to do guest vocals on it. Cool. So it's in the works. We're just kind of tweaking stuff, and I'm really picky when it comes to writing songs, man.
Sure.
It takes me a while. I want to kind of perfect everything, and then even when it's all recorded, I still want to perfect shit. It's like it's never done for me. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right, I get you.
But hopefully sometime in 2023, I'm hoping we can crank this fucking album out, and that would be really awesome, man. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that'll be cool. I can't wait for it. I really love the stuff that you guys put out, and stoked to play with you guys when you hit the States.
That's actually a bucket list for me, is to play with you and the Writhers, man, and just to meet you in general, dude. This has always been a fucking bucket list item for me, man. So I'm really fucking jacked. Not to kiss your ass or anything, man. I'm just fucking spitting fact, dude.
But what is this podcast but us not just kissing each other's asses?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that'll be fun. Did you have anything else to add? This is the just so you guys all know, this is the self-promotion piece. I guess my last thing to add is we do have new t-shirts, and we have some new stuff on our Bandcamp. Please check it out. And if you are, again, over here, please come and check us out for Halloween. We're actually also opening up for Blitzkid in November in Garden Grove. So dude, that's the other thing I forgot. I've been focused too much on the Halloween stuff, but I forgot we're playing with Blitzkid.
Holy shit, man. That's fucking awesome. That is awesome. Hell, I might even fly out for that, man. That's fucking... That's awesome, dude. Sick.
Cool. So, and you said your shows are in Calgary, and then where else?
Calgary and then Red Deer.
Okay, 28th and 29th as well?
Yep, 28th, 29th, man. So that's...
Hell yeah. Technical difficulties. Nick, I lost you.
So it should be... Okay, sorry, dude. Something happened and something cut out.
That's okay.
Okay. What's up? We're fucking...
just for this is our first episode. We're figuring this out.
we're doing what we can here, guys.
We're doing what we can. All right. So the piece de resistance, as they call it, right?
Yep.
You ready?
I'm ready, man. My body's ready. My mind is ready. Let's fucking do this, dude.
Okay, this is a piece that we're calling Kevin's Corner, because Kevin Free sent us a bunch of awesome questions, and we are going to go through as many as we can, because some of them might get a good conversation started.
Yeah.
All right, Start us out, man.
All right, man. So Kevin's first question to us is favorite style of eggs. Now, I personally, I'm not a big fan of eggs. I sometimes do egg salad sandwiches. I don't know if that would count. I don't know if that's a style.
I would say so.
So I'd say egg salad sandwich style eggs.
Okay, so like hard boiled.
See, that's hard boiled, exactly. That's but it's very 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 rare that I eat eggs.
Okay.
But what about you, Rick? I think I know that the answer.
Well, I don't eat eggs.
Yeah.
There is, so if this counts, I'm gonna say Just Egg, which is the vegan product, right? That's pretty bomb. I typically have that pretty frequently, at least like once or twice a month, because they come in like a little, I don't know if you've seen them, if they have those in Canada, but they're like a little like mustard plastic bottle, and it's like you pour it into a thing and it fries up into like scrambled eggs, basically.
And what is it called?
It's called Just Egg. It's made out of like mung beans.
Mung bean.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. We probably have it up here. I'm like fucking, when I go in grocery stores, I just fucking focus.
Right, you're hyper focused. Yeah.
Hyper focused, man. But sick. Okay, right on, man. So do you have that a lot then, or just?
Yeah, I probably have it more than I should, because I mean, even just normal eggs aren't good for you. I doubt these things are that good for you, but they're tasty as fuck. So like, that's like one of my favorite breakfasts. But when I did eat eggs, I typically had it what's like over medium. So like the yolk is kind of cooked, and the white is cooked. I guess, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just because I don't eat it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So the next question I think is directed specifically to you, but I also have an answer. Are butt flaps really an instrumental part of the horror punk genre? And for those of you who don't know, Mr. Nikky Casket typically has a butt flap on, at least in all the pictures I've seen you performing in.
Yeah, no, it's some sort of flap. I've had actually, okay, this is like, get this, man. I've had people come up to me and say, "Hey, dude, nice kilt."
Oh, okay, interesting.
And I'm like, I'm not really wearing a kilt, dude. It's just kind of covering my fucking ass, but like,
right. Is yours out of function, or is it out of fashion?
It's kind of both, man. It's kind of both. I love butt flaps, and I just like for fucking I go camping a lot. I love outdoors and stuff, and just like if I'm climbing a mountain or whatever like that, I just fucking like put the butt flap down and like hopefully no rocks like fucking go up places that they shouldn't be going, or like know, like, if I'm like out in the rain or whatever on a show, I'm sitting down somewhere. It's more just personal preference. It's also kind of cool because I get to throw a pat on there, and I like
yeah, totally.
But now, if it's a instrumental part of the horror punk subgenre, that I'm gonna say for me it is. For me it is. I need my fucking butt flap. But what about you, Rick?
That's fair. I think so. For me, I used to have one. I made one like right out of high school, so 2010, 2011. But I never actually. I had it and I wore it sometimes. But for me, the way that I made it was so makeshift that like it wasn't as convenient to have looped onto my belt, right? So to answer the main question, no, it's not a pivotal part of the horror punk subgenre. I mean, I don't think there really is any sort of fashion that is, right? But that one, you know, maybe not. But I agree with you, right? When it's used for function, it's cool because it helps you from, you know, ripping your pants or getting, you know, whatever on your ass, right? But then it's also cool because it's another thing you can throw a patch onto.
Yeah, exactly, right? Man. Exactly, dude. That's right on,
man.
So
important? No. Fun? Yeah.
I can totally agree with that, man. Absolutely.
Right. Hell yeah.
All
What's
right,
the next one?
The next question is, which type of apple is the best type of apple, and why?
Oh, Kevin.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna say that the best type of my favorite type of apple is the red delicious apple.
Ooh.
Those are the dark red, almost cartoon looking apples that have just a ridiculous crunch.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I was like, this was one of the questions that I actually prepared on because I don't know apples.
Right.
But it was Red Delicious too, man. It was. I'm not just trying to copy or anything. Yeah. Red Delicious is the bomb, man. That or what are the Granny Smith apples? They're like for fucking pies or whatever you put in. Like
right.
Whatever that is good too. But I'm gonna go with fucking Old Faithful Red Delicious, man.
You know what's funny? I feel like that's what I think of when I think of apples. I all the other ones are like, oh cool, I'll eat that, but like I don't go out of my way for that, you know.
Yep, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Right. What are your thoughts on green apples?
Green apples? They're the ones that are a little bit sour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna sound weird, but I love green apple like pre-workouts and like green apple candies and stuff like that. But I can't recall a time where I've actually went out and bought like actual green apples.
Sure. That's funny because I don't know if I ever see them in the stores.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but that's what about you, man? I was gonna ask you.
I like them, but because I used to eat those as a kid. You like put salt on them, which is probably terrible for you, but you put salt on it and that's how you eat it. But like I haven't had one as an adult, and like I don't think I've ever had one as an adult, right? So I don't, like I said, I don't think I've ever seen one in the store. I don't pay attention enough to be like, green apple, that's what I want.
Exactly, man. That's an interesting question, man. I've never really thought about what kind of apples are my favorite. So Kevin, massive thank you, dude. That's
he's starting the real questions, the real important thing. This is what horror punk wants. Okay, the next question is funny. This one might take me a second because I don't know if I can answer it. Whose skull do you want to put on the wall next to your collection of little girls' heads? And for those who don't understand, this is very clearly a reference to the Misfits.
Yep.
But if you don't understand, you probably wouldn't be watching this. So.
Oh, dude, that's a fucking loaded ass question.
Whose head are you lobbing off?
Do you know what? I was gonna say Glenn Danzig just because of the Misfits, but I don't want Glenn Danzig dead, so I'm gonna say Steve Morgan.
That's funny because he's behind you. His severed head is the picture behind you.
There you go, man. Steve Morbid, that's whose fucking skull I'd want.
It's a cop out, man.
What about you, dude?
It's already happening. I don't know. I don't know if I care enough to have someone's head chopped off, to be honest. So for context, one of the names I was trying to come up with for this podcast, one of them was the nice guys of horror punk, because I don't know if I wish death upon anyone.
See? That's fitting though, man. That's fucking
right.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have an. Sorry, Kevin. I don't think I have an answer for that because I don't want Steve's head on my wall.
See, that's where you and I differ, man.
Yeah. I guess the difference is that Nikky does have all the little girl heads on his wall already. I need to work my way up to that.
Okay, now this is a question I think that I don't really have a opinion here nor there. I think this one's mostly for Rikk or Treat, and I'm more curious about Rick's answer on this one. But Kevin's next question is the word percussionist in insults discussed.
I think typically when I think of the word percussionist, or when I consider that, I think that's more of a like an upgrade, than like drummer, right? Percussionist. That means that someone's like, oh, I know how to play the xylophone, the marimba. I can play the piano because that's a percussion instrument. You know what I mean? Like if someone could do that, they're adding to their repertoire, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
It's funny when I've seen a lot of pages where they'll make fun of the guys who have additional stuff to their drum set.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a tambourine or a set of chimes or a triangle or something, right?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, I love playing the tambourine. Like if you listen to some of the Ryder stuff, you can hear kind of in the background tambourine. That's like my favorite part of recording,
Dude, that's actually one of the things I've when we were doing album reviews of the Ryder, that's one of the things that I recognized and I really liked was tambourine and the accordion too. The accordion too was really fucking cool.
Yeah, totally.
But when
it's just fun throwing that in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Percussionist. When I think of like percussionist, I think of like like the fucking big like concert bands that have got the big fucking orchestra and shit.
Yeah.
That's like that's like what I think of percussionist. I do agree that it's kind of like one of those like kind of fucking badass terms. You know what I mean? But,
well, I mean, and if you're a drummer in a rock band, I mean, you look at these guys. I'm not a huge fan of Tool, right? Not that I don't like them or anything, but I don't really listen to them. But that guy's a percussionist, right? Like he's got like a giant drum set up. He has all these, bongos and all that kind of wild stuff. And like those are the guys that are, those are the ones making the big bucks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
The fact that they get to do this and then get paid, I think you probably have to be more of a percussionist than a drummer.
Yep. Yep, absolutely, man.
This one's a great one. Favorite post-show meal?
Ooh, favorite post-show
I like that question.
meal. That is really good, man. Holy shit. Is that what my favorite is, or what is usually available at the time?
Let's go for both, because yeah. Okay. I would think, after you play a show, right, whenever you get out, this is hard. There's so many layers to it. I'm going to say, let's separate it this way. Favorite after you end a show, like you played, you're done, you go eat, right? Yep. And then favorite when you've seen a show, when you were just an audience member.
Okay.
Because those could be different, right?
Yeah. Okay. After I play a set, I usually don't eat anything right after, because I'm just like fucking buzzing with adrenaline. I'm dripping with sweat, talking with fans and people who watch the fucking show. But I really like having something kind of light, like Greek yogurt. I fuck with Greek yogurt a lot, so like a little parfait with steel cut oats and fucking granola and blueberries. That's my jam. That's like my favorite fucking food right there. One of mine. What's usually available is a totally different thing, though. Right?
Sure. I was gonna say Nikky's over here, showing us why he's like yoked and like super, cut, because he's eating Greek yogurt and granola after a show.
But usually, and you've been on the road, man, it's usually like fast food places like McDonald's, man. And usually And unfortunate as it is, or maybe, that's usually where we all end up as 5 cent, or just anywhere that's open. If they had a fucking Subway that was open like 24/7 or whatever like that, hell yeah, but usually it's fucking Mickey D's, man, or dirty, fucking Burger King, what have you. But yeah, my favorite I'd say is probably a Greek yogurt or a fucking liquid lunch. That's always good too.
Right. So this is the time where this podcast turns into an intervention because Nikky Casket is only eating Jaeger.
What about you, brother? What's your favorite foods, man?
I would say sort of in similar fashion, right? What is maybe my favorite is not typically as available, or something that I prefer to eat is not typically available. Most weekend restaurants like close super early, and we usually play late, right? If we're playing a bar show. I think maybe not just for the food, but for the experience. It's always fun with the band going to like Denny's, for example, right? They do have things that I can eat, and we can go and have fun, right? There was times where like they have that like all you can eat pancakes, and so like Chewy will usually get that, and like Robert is like picking off of his things because he's getting like 4 pancakes at a time.
Yeah.
Again, that's not something that I can eat, but it's fun to just be around, right? Yeah. If it were up to me, I think that's hard. I do. So I eat. I try to eat, at least now, before we play, maybe like within the hour, right? Lately, I'll do like a banana or some nuts or something, so that like I'm not like cramping up on the drum set, right? But afterwards, I'm trying to think. Maybe we do Taco Bell. Maybe, like, even though that's not the best, like that's always good.
Taco Bell, man. Yeah.
Right. I remember. I know this is sort of tangential, but when we played in Washington, we left a lot later than I think I expected to. Yeah, so we hadn't eaten before the show. Like we got there and I was hoping to eat something, but I didn't. Right? Like we had some snacks in the back and we had a cooler and food and shit. So like we didn't eat until after, and when we got into David's house, right? So I'm like hangry. I'm like freezing and I'm hangry. Right. Yep. So like we get back to David's place and I like bring out my I'm like angrily cooking like a vegan burger, like stealing his bread and shit. The whole time I'm just like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to anyone right now. Yeah. So you ever want to see me like in a bad mood? Like, don't feed me for a few hours.
It's hard to picture you in a bad mood, man. Like you're always like really super chill and fucking, like always happy-go-lucky and all that. It's hard to picture, but I think like I'm the same way though, dude. I turn into a fucking monster, man. Like that's I fucking totally hear you, man. Totally hear you.
I feel like if we were to ever tour together, that would be like, oh my god, we got to feed them. Everyone's gonna die.
Yeah. No, totally, man. All right, dude. Next question here.
Yeah.
What is your favorite mini golf course?
This one's hard. I've only played mini golf like once.
Yeah.
So I guess by default it's that one. How is it called? Boomers? There's a couple places in San Diego called Boomers. I don't know if that's a regional thing or just a San Diego thing, right? I'm sorry, a national thing or just a regional thing. So I guess it would be there because that's the only time I ever played mini golf and I suck at it. I'm like the worst.
Right on, man. I have an answer for this. Surprisingly, I have a fucking answer for this. But there's a place in Calgary called Monster Mini Golf.
Okay.
And it's like a Halloween influenced mini golf course year round.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, dude, and they do Halloween shows, and it's all ages too. So it's the last couple times 5 Cent played there, it was a hell of a fucking awesome time.
And you're playing on the green, like on the golf course, or
No, it's not on the golf course. They got like the side room that everybody kind of goes and rips it up with the bands and live music.
Nice.
And then while you're listening to some live music, they got some mini golf happening. So you can go play some monster mini golf, and they got all the fucking big, like, I don't know, structures or whatever you call that. It's really cool, man. When you come to Calgary here, I'm gonna take you there, and we can mini golf. You can play mini golf for the second time, man. It'll be monster mini golf in Calgary.
That sounds like it'd be fun.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Right on.
What I appreciate about this is like, even some of the questions that are, I'm sure Kevin didn't expect you to have an answer about what's your favorite mini golf course. You know what I mean? So I love it. This says, which musician would you never tour with and why? But we cannot say Michael Graves. That's considered a cop out because that's the easiest.
Okay. Now, I kind of had an answer for that last question, and I kind of have an answer for this one. And
okay.
I don't know if you want to go first, man, but
no, go for it.
But I am going to say, and out of all respect to Bela Von Gacy, I'm gonna say ICP. That's a band that I would never go on tour with ICP just because Bela is not a fucking juggalo. That's
sure.
And he would chop my balls off if I ever said that we were going on tour with ICP. They'd be hanging on his wall, just like Steve Morbid's head on my wall. So
even though you guys would be raking in the fans and the money, that's where it's at.
Yeah, that's fine, man. What about you? What is one band that you would never go on tour with?
I'm gonna say, okay, this is not because I dislike the musician or the band, because I could easily be like, oh, I don't want to go on tour with Blood on the Dance Floor because they suck, right? But like, I'm gonna say Doyle. Not because I dislike him or his music, but I have a feeling that he might be a difficult tour partner. He's, from what I understand from his interviews, he's very East Coast and very sort of cut, dry, right? That's basically what I gather. And like, I'm a sensitive baby here, so like, I don't think I could hang with that.
That's the respect, man. That's all good. Right on. Doyle and ICP. So that's
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. Right
well,
on.
See, we can switch though. Like you can go on tour with Doyle, and I'll go on tour with ICP.
There you go, man.
If anyone, I'm sure no one remembers, but if anyone remembers, I firmly believe that juggalos and horror punks are not that different.
I remember watching a video on that, man.
I think what's funny. I think that concept was going to turn into a podcast with me and a bunch of other people, but it never did.
Oh man, but it's still on the drawing board, man. It still could be on the
drawing board. Drawing board.
Right on.
All right. Next one.
Next question. Are you reading it out or me? I forgot. Sorry.
You got this one. You're on this one.
Okay. Favorite hallucinogenic drug, or if you abstain, favorite over-the-counter prescription drugs, or if you abstain, favorite 5-cent candy. Holy shit.
I don't know if they're 5 cents, but I guess I'm answering candy. So my favorite candy is, do you know the, what are they called? Fruit slices?
Fruit slices. They're like little things that...
Yes. Yeah. They're shaped like little, I think they're supposed to be shaped like little lemon, like orange squares, right?
Yep.
But they make them in like the multicolors, or the red ones particularly are my favorites. Most of those are vegan, and I love them. I guess my second favorite would be like Swedish fish. Also accidentally vegan.
Dude, those are fucking bomb, man.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, those are fucking good answers, man. That's personally for me, I'm not into hallucinogenic drugs. You know, and mine is gonna sound kind of lame, but I'm actually I have ADHD and I'm prescribed Adderall, and Adderall kind of helps me fucking just like stay focused, and you know, just it helps me out in life like crazy. And it's kind of a lamer answer, but I'm gonna say Adderall, and not because of abuse, because of prescription. It helps me out.
I mean, I guess if I hadn't thought about that. I mean, I guess mine would be like Tylenol, because I have like chronic headaches.
Yep. See, okay, there you go, man.
But I guess I guess that's just the way it's got to be, right? Nothing.
But if you did a candy, if you did a candy, man, I'm gonna do a candy too.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna have to say fuzzy peaches, dude. That's my favorite. That's my favorite candy, man.
What's a fuzzy peach?
Fuzzy peach? They're like little fucking like sour peach candy things. I don't know if y'all have them down in the States. You guys don't have fuzzy peaches down there?
I don't know. I've never heard of it. Maybe we do.
Oh, buddy. Okay. If they're vegan, man, you're in for a treat, man. It's fuzzy peaches, man. I don't know if that's that's maybe it's just a Canada only thing, man. That's weird, but yeah, fuzzy peaches, dude.
Now. Sounds interesting. Sounds good. And it's like a gummy candy, or
yeah, it's like a little like kind of sour, sweet kind of peach. It's peach flavored, man. It's like kind of like a sweet but sour. It is fucking like the bee's knees, man. It's fucking awesome.
That sounds good. Oh yeah. Okay. Hummus or tzatziki sauce? Head to head. Round one. Ding ding ding.
Yeah, here we go. All right, Rick, what are you thinking, man? What are you feeling, dude?
I'm going with hummus.
Hummus.
Mostly because I like both of them, but mostly because I eat hummus a lot more than tzatziki. And I think tzatziki has yogurt in it. I think proper tzatziki has yogurt in it, so I can't eat it.
Yeah. You know what? For me, I would say it's probably tzatziki. I always call it tanziki. I know there's not an N in there, but I don't know why. I'm just like tanziki. I mispronounce it all the time. So even if I say tzatziki and it's wrong, I apologize for my fucking English. It's awful. But yeah, I'd probably say that. I'm not big into either, but if y'all had like that shit in front of me, I'm gonna go for the fucking tzatziki.
Yeah.
I would have to say, man.
I feel that.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's pretty fine.
Holy shit. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around this, man.
Right.
Is pink the new orange? Okay, holy shit. Is pink the new orange? Is the new black?
Nikky Casket's head exploded.
So okay, here, Rick, can you dumb it down for me, man? Can you like dumb this down for me a little bit?
I think there's a show called Orange is the New Black.
Okay, yeah.
And in the show, I think I don't get it really either personally, but I think the play on it is something is the new black is like when it's fashionable.
Oh.
So Orange is the New Black is making a joke that the people in the show are in jail wearing orange. And they're all women, so I think it's a play on fashion in that way, I guess. I've never watched the show, so I don't know. But I think the joke is more directed, the question is directed to me. In the Rioters, we wear pink. Is pink the new orange is the new black? I think it's also just a puzzle, because clearly he stumped us both. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm a just because of the Rioters, I'm gonna say yes too.
That's maybe that's a cop out, but yes for both. Yes all around.
Yeah.
I definitely have an answer for this one. This is one I was thinking about, but you'll go first. Discuss how abs improve your ability to write horror punk music.
Oh man. You know what? On like a technicality stance, no, but in my fantasy world, I'm gonna say yes. In the world of Casket, I'm gonna say yes.
You're see, and I'm assuming that for the same reason that it does not do much, but you know, I assume you think it does. People think it does, right? It makes it a lot easier to get the attention, right? My answer was going to be no, and I thank God that it doesn't because I do not have abs.
but on like an all technicality, like real talk, I don't think it does. Personally.
Right.
Maybe Doyle might fucking think differently.
Right.
Or 90s Danzig might. I don't fucking know.
Not current Danzig.
Yeah, not current Danzig. Holy shit.
Have you ever noticed, and it's funny because I think it says this on Wikipedia, like horror punk Wikipedia basically talks about, on one portion, it talks about the fashion, right? And it says there's usually like buffer guys playing horror punk. And it says, but other times there are overweight guys playing horror punk. It's nothing in between. It's buff guy, it's fat guy. Like those are the only options.
One or the other.
That's all you have. Those are your choices if you want to play horror punk. Get abs or like get a beer gut. Right?
Holy fuck. I actually have I personally have noticed, like, I mean, there's like Doyle is like a prime example, like he's goals right there, man. But I know people of every kind of body type.
Yeah, totally.
Like
totally.
I don't know if that, like, I don't know if they were being serious or if they were just kind of like alluding to like a joke, but
right.
I don't know, man. That's like
that's why it's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not very valid.
All right, Rick. This is what we were talking about.
Yeah, this is the main event.
This is the main event. Sound guys, friend or foe?
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it depends, but I'm gonna say that typically this might not be true. Typically they're friends, but there have been this is true. There have been moments where they're foe. So I've had an experience where my old band 8 Feet at Night played in Vegas, and the sound guy was a total dickbag, and he wanted to fight us because he thought that we stole one of his cables. And we did not steal one of his cables at that moment. And he was like on the phone with his boss or something. He's like, I just got off the phone with my boss, and he said that if you guys have it, if I don't find it, I can go gangster on your ass. And it's like, we're just like two like, weirdo goth bands, like not from Vegas, and you're trying to kick our asses because you think we stole something from you. And so we ended up stealing it from him, and bass player threw beer on his soundboard. Did not know this then, we all did. So I mean, that guy was an asshole. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, see, that's but now my question is, did he do a good job, or was it fucking awful sound?
I think he was okay. I don't remember it being a bad show aside from it being pretty empty. I mean, this was our first time playing out of state, like first time playing out of state, first time playing in Vegas, right? So like no one really came out, but that's not his fault, right? I thought we sounded decent.
Yeah.
So I guess on that front, sorry we ruined your soundboard if we did. Shouldn't have been being a dick.
Yeah, see, that's exactly it, man.
Right.
I would have done the exact same as you, dude. I would have done the exact same. You know what? For me, there's some fucking sound guys that are like really cool. They do really, really good. Clinton Burns, he was one of the first guys that we've ever, played with. And he's the owner of Burns that we're playing on the fucking 29th.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's incredible at sound, and he calls Beal Brittany all the time from our last band. Beal would only be doing vocals from our last band, and he calls him Brittany all the time. But that's regardless. He's an awesome sound guy. There's sound guys that are fucking really awesome. We played in Vancouver once, and there was this one sound guy. He comes up to us. He's like, "Yeah, so I did fucking sound for DOA and like fucking Bad Religion." And I was like, "That's awesome, man. Like, I fucking love DOA and Bad Religion. Like, do you want a medal? Like, what? I don't know what you're trying to do here, man.
Right,
right. Is there like a tactical purpose?" But he was kind of cocky, but he did an awesome job with sound. He comes out to us. Yeah, it comes after. He's like, "You guys weren't that bad." I was like, "Thank you, dude. That's fucking awesome, man." Right? And then you get those sound guys that are like what you were describing in Vegas, right? Those fucking assholes where you're like, well, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with your shit because you're a fucking douchebag, right?
Right.
But luckily, I don't think I've ran into too many over the years. 5 Cent has been pretty lucky with sound guys.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like even just reflecting on this, like we've had that happen. We've had not asshole sound guys. We've had bad sound guys, but typically they're pretty good. They're pretty okay, right? And worst case scenario, it sounds like shit because there is no sound guy and we're trying to figure it out on our own. But like the other guys in the band know what they're doing usually, and I play the drums. I'm always going to be heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Nice.
Right on, buddy. That's awesome.
So the next question: popcorn or popcorn shrimp?
Ooh, okay. So this is pretty easy for me. I'm gonna say popcorn. I don't like seafood. I can't do seafood. I don't know what it is. When I was in Seattle with Evelyn's Casket, I hear Seattle has the best seafood ever, and I've heard nothing but good shit. But I'm just too much of a bitch to try it. And it's nothing I'm allergic. I'm just a bitch, man. I'm gonna be straight up honest. Like I've never been into fucking seafood, man. So that I'm gonna go for fucking popcorn on that, man. What about you?
For sure. I'm gonna say I don't eat shrimp, but I'm into I guess the popcorn concept, the crispy fried stuff, So if you get some, vegan popcorn shrimp, I'm about it. But I actually was big into seafood when I was eating meat and whatnot. So while I didn't have it in Seattle, I will say you have missed out on glorious lobster rolls. But yeah, I worked at the movie theater for a little bit, like a couple months, and I surprisingly did not get tired of popcorn. So like, I'd say win-win. It's like both are good.
Sick, dude. Right on, man. Right on. Win-win. Nice. Okay. This is a loaded question right here.
Yeah.
What horror movie do you not yet have a song about that you want to make one for? So that's what horror movie. And I have an answer for this one, and I'm saying this just for Bela Von Gacy, but Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Nice. That is, and I'm pretty sure. Usually, I do most of the songwriting for 5 Cent. And there's sometimes where there's a few songs where Bela and Steve jump in and they help me out with it. We all figure out the instrumentals and shit like that. I kind of come up with a bass line and shit for them. But I think this one would need to be spearheaded by the fucking on himself, Bela Von Gacy.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I feel like you guys would do that one well too.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, totally. That's a fun movie.
Yeah, dude. No, he actually wanted to do a cover of the theme
the
song.
Dickies.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That would be sick. I that's actually what I was imagining when you were talking about it. That you guys could do like a play on that or something.
Sick, dude. Right on, man.
Yeah, that'd be sick. So for me, and this might actually be a song that I do on my Rikk Retreat project, if I can nail it down, I guess. My favorite horror movie is The Collector. And so I don't know if any horror punk bands have done a song about it. And if they have, I haven't heard one. So I'd like to do one about that. That would be cool. I have written lyrics. Like I've actually written like 2 sets of songs for that particular movie, but I don't know if they're any good or not. You know what I mean?
I know for a fact they're gonna be awesome, man. That's something to look forward to, man.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Here's some of that, man. That's sick, dude. Right on, man.
Yeah, that one's my favorite, so I think it'd be fun. You know, it's not good, fun, right?
Yeah, sick, dude. Right on, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I like this question because it sort of puts us both on the spot. When is the all clown / circus themed collab EP coming out between 5 Cent and the Riders? I don't know, Nikki. When is it coming out?
Oh, buddy, that needs to happen. That
needs to happen.
That needs to happen. We were. I don't know if this is public knowledge or not. It could have been, but I know there was a point. I think it was in when COVID was happening. Anyways,
it was like 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, and we were discussing doing a big tour between 5 Cent and the Riders, which I still am down for. The 3 of us are still down for. So let's make that happen as well too. But I think that would actually, with this fucking question right here, I think that tour would be a good chance to promote a possible split EP.
Yeah, man. I mean, I always loved the idea, and you and I have talked about this for years, like since 2018, I think, right?
Yeah.
If not earlier than that. I like the idea. I don't know when it'll happen, but it'll happen. Right?
It'll happen. It'll happen.
So just for talking points, right? I'm a huge fan of the I guess would be a cliche punk split format where it's original from both of us and then a cover of the other band.
Yep.
I always like that idea. I would love to do something like that with you guys, so that we would turn one of your songs and vice versa. If we did that, so I'm curious because I already have an answer. What song would you cover by? What song would you cover of ours out of our current catalog?
Oh. Now that's a loaded question, man. Oh. You know what? For me, it would be Spend the Night in the Haunted House. Okay. I don't know. There was something about that song that and I love what you guys do and all your material, but something about that song. I think I did a review of that song too, man. It was awesome, man. I think that we could probably, and nobody could play it like the Riders, but that's not the point, you know.
Sure. Yeah, totally. The goal would be to change it, right?
Exactly. But also keep it in that kind of Riders fashion, right? I think I would love to do that fucking song.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's funny because that one's, me personally, not one of my favorites. But even David Phantom says that's our best song. You know, there's something about that one. So I apparently there's something about that.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of what you guys do in general. And again, I'm kissing ass, but I don't give a fuck. But there's something about that song in particular that yes. You know what I mean? That's my answer, man. What about you guys? What about you?
So I have 2 answers. This may not be related to this sort of a thing, but I would love to cover Run Fatty Run. That one's like one of my all-time favorites from you. But I think what would be a better fit for us, on a recording, would be I think it's called Bat's Head Burger. Is that what it's called?
That's it. Yeah.
I think that would be. I feel like that would be a fun one for us.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think both of them, but that one would be a little bit better for us stylistically, I think.
Dude, yeah, no, that would be. Well, there's something to look forward to, man. That's
right, totally.
Make that happen.
We should. It would be fun. I think it'd be, and I can just imagine you guys did that split with Los
Lugers.
Lugers, yeah. That man, I missed that band. That band was sick. That was their last release. But I know Lex put stuff out still. But I digress. You guys did the split with them, but you had sort of two different, not even similar art styles on them, and I feel like me just, I don't know, being anal about it. Like I wish they were both similar art styles in some way.
Yeah.
I would love to see us do that, where it's like some sort of swap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just have fun with it and play on each other's ideas. You know what I mean? Like that'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Do like the same artist for the same
Yeah.
artist. Dude. So absolutely, man.
Yeah, totally. Or like it'd be cool if it was like, and I know you guys are 3, so it might not work since we're 4. But it'd be funny if like we did some sort of play on your like logo where Steve's head is there and you guys are put together, like some play on that, and then vice versa, you do a play on some of our art or something like that, right?
Totally.
That'd be sick,
Wow.
right? So Kevin, not to say that this is happening, but it's not happening. So
yeah, exactly. There's no date, but like I said, we've been talking about this for a while, so
yeah.
it will happen. I'm guaranteed it will happen one day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The release the Freaks and Ghouls EP.
Freaks and Ghouls EP. Absolutely.
Freaks and Ghouls.
Okay. Now this is a good question right here, man.
Yeah.
What city is your favorite stop to play at and why?
Okay. So that's not our hometown, I assume. For us, it was Reno, Nevada. Yeah, for some reason, they like killed it. Like the promoters were sick. They set us up at a really good spot. They gave us fucking pizza. Like they got me a vegan pizza. Like they had a spot for us to crash at. Everyone came through. Fucking everyone bought merch and like gave us tips, like 20s and shit. You know,
Yeah.
so like that was our best spot. And it was fun. Like the locals were fun. The sound guy was cool. You know what I mean? So it was great. What about you?
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to say Bar 13 in Delaware, Punks USA.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to play with them. I can't wait to work with them.
They are honestly, and like again, massive shout out to Ronan and Steph Infection, the Ghoul Father himself. They are just incredible people. They always treat us like fucking royalty whenever we're there, and they just, I feel at home whenever I'm with them, and just the our whole fucking horror punk family over there is just, there's a bond that's there that it's like nothing I've ever felt before. As that's the best I can explain it. So I would have to say for that reason, it's Bar 13 in Delaware. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be my that's my favorite place to stop at on a tour.
See, and that's cool because like over here we don't have like a horror punk scene really, and over there they do, and it's sick to see that they're kind of keeping that shit going. I mean ours is different, right? There's like punk scenes, there's pockets of goth scenes and shit like that, which is cool, but it'll definitely be a lot of fun to be playing on that side of the map.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So this next question, for some reason I have a feeling you're not going to understand the question. No. I have a feeling. The question is, so I guess that keeps it by that, default is the question for me. Heffalumps or woozles? So it is asking about, are you familiar with Winnie the Pooh?
No.
You don't know Winnie the Pooh?
Well, I know of Winnie the Pooh. Okay. I used to watch that way back when I was like a fucking tyke, but I don't fucking recall any Winnie the Pooh shit. I know Eeyore.
Okay. There was a character, and I think they were just sort of talking points in the show or in the lore, right? Heffalumps are basically elephants, right? That like they glorify as monsters essentially. I don't know what woozles are, but like in Disneyland there is a ride where Tigger keeps saying like heffalumps and woozles, right? And then like Winnie the Pooh falls asleep, which they make it look like he's on some psychedelic trip, right? But in his dream, there's like there's a song about heffalumps and woozles, and like heffalumps are elephants, woozles kind of look like ferrets, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
So,
So what would your answer be then?
I guess my answer would be heffalumps, because those are the only ones that are canon to the story, you know, because there is a character called, I think his name's Lumpy, and he's a heffalump, you know.
You know what? I'm gonna be straight up with you, dude. I thought a heffalump and a woozle were sex positions, or some kind. You know, I was like, a heffalump. Like, I thought I was into kinky shit, but this is some fucking like other world fucking.
Oh my god.
But so that was my knowledge of the question.
That's where your brain went.
Yeah, dude. But
Oh
you know what? I'm gonna go, since you said Huffalumps, I'm gonna say Huffalumps as well. But there's no substance to that.
You're like, no context. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm gonna say yes.
Rick said it, so I'm saying it too. So that's my fucking answer.
Okay. So the next question, I guess we kind of already answered this, but I'm gonna say, aside from each other, right? Name a band that you would like to collaborate with on a track that you haven't. And it's funny because David actually recently posted about this on Facebook. So I already have an answer, but I'd like to hear yours.
Okay, so now when we're talking about band that we'd like to collaborate with, I'm gonna dig a little deeper. Is that, can we talk about artists, or is it in particular?
Like not bands, not full bands, but like a singer, for example. I think so. Yeah. As long as it's not someone you've already worked with.
You know what? I'm gonna say Argyle Goolsby for me.
Hell yeah.
You know, and like David, I fucking love David from Evelyn's Casket. I've worked with him, and I fucking want to work with you, and that we're gonna make that fucking happen. But for somebody that I haven't actually worked with that I would love to, would be probably Argyle Goolsby.
Hell yeah.
Rod Usher from the other would be really fucking
cool, that would be cool too.
But yeah, I'd have to say fucking Goolsby or Brandel from Silent Horror. You know Brandel, but yeah.
So if you were to work with Brandel, since I know he's multi-instrumentalist, would you have him on drums and you on vocal and guitar, or him on vocals with you?
I love Brandel's drumming style. I always have, and I love Brandel's singing style. He's actually one of my favorite fucking singers.
He's got a range. He's definitely got a range.
Like, Brandel, if you're fucking listening to this, dude, like, teach me your ways, man. Like, I need to get to that level. That's like goals level right there. But I would get him to do some fucking guest vocals for a song, do some like fucking some lead vocals, and maybe if I could do some harmonies with him, that'd be cool. Yeah, dude.
Would you keep it in the style that you play already with Freak Show, or would you do something different with him?
You know what? I would probably say I would go for Freak Show style, and if Brenda would even have me on a Silent Horror song, I would totally be down for that. But
nice.
What about you, man? You said you had someone.
Yeah. So I think a cool. Robert and I were talking about this a while ago, but I want to do a track with Razor from the Mary Lou's. I think that would be cool, and do a B-52 style track. Like, do very, like, you know, Robert's very sort of, you know, like vibrato thing, and have it be like somewhere in between like Love Shack and Rock Lobster and the Monster Mash. Like, I want to hear those things come together. You know what I mean?
I can hear it already, man. I can hear it already. It's gonna be that, absolutely.
So that may happen in the future. There's nothing set in stone yet, but like, you know, Razor already knows.
So that's like one step closer to that.
One step closer, yes.
Sick, dude. Right on, man.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Sick, right on. Okay, dude. Favorite ride at Disneyland Park.
Have you been to Disneyland before?
Dude, I have actually. Okay, Disneyland is in California, right?
Yes.
And Disney World is in Florida.
Florida, yes.
Okay, so I have been to Disneyland then.
Okay.
Way back when I was a fucking little kid though. But I without a doubt is the haunted house. I don't know what the name is,
Yeah,
but
Haunted Mansion.
the haunted mansion is fucking sick, and it's like typical answer for me. But I don't know, man. It was something about that ride. I went with my dad. Bila was we were really young when we were kids. My family went to Disneyland, and Bila was too scared to ride the ride. Way back then,
You're like, and now I poke fun at him forever.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Milo, but yeah, that was that happened. So yeah, my dad and I went on it, and I remember like the very last part of the ride, or one of the very kind of end parts. I was riding with my dad, and we were looking at this kind of like a mirror thing, and it turned us into skeletons. And I looked at my dad, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Right? And like, I looked at him, and he was like, "Normal." And I looked at the mirror, and it's like now I'm a skeleton, and that is the coolest thing that I honestly have ever experienced in my life.
And this is the moment where Nikky Casket became a horror punk.
Dude, exactly that moment on, I was like, dude, this is for me. So without a doubt, yeah,
I love it.
What about you, buddy?
Yeah, so we go there. Wendy, my wife, and I go there pretty frequently, or we were going when we had just moved to Anaheim. So we live walking like 45 minutes on foot to Disneyland. So we had year passes in 2019, so we went frequently. My favorites, I don't know if I wouldn't be surprised if people guess this. One of my favorites is It's a Small World, even though everyone hates it. I love it. It's a Small World because I'm a fucking dork like that, and I love the sentimental aspect of like, yeah, the whole world is getting together and being united. I love that. My main favorite is actually Pirates of the Caribbean, because that's like the main one we go to. And it's just like kind of chill, and you go on it and go down the boat, and I don't know, it's fun.
Did you hear that? Like, and I highly doubt that it's fucking true. I looked into it, but really that like you know exactly what I'm gonna fucking say, man. What about the whole fucking cryogenically frozen underneath the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean ride, Walt Disney? I've always heard rumors about that shit, and I've researched it because I was like mind blown when I was a kid and hearing about that. Now,
there's a bunch of wild Disney stories, dude. There's that one. There's there's supposedly, this one's probably bullshit, but supposedly there was like actual bodies, like actual skeletons. I think that one might be true. Actual skeletons used in Pirates. Actual dead kids in It's a Small World. That one's not true. People actually will bring their loved ones' ashes to the haunted mansion and throw it in there, and they have to like there's signs about it in the ride.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah, right.
But now my question is, I've always seen this on like Facebook and shit like that, but apparently they have like a goth day at Disney.
Yeah. It's called Bats Day at the Park. They just brought it back, I think, this year. It was gone for like 2 years, I think, or a year. Technically, everything was gone for about a year, but
yeah, unfortunately. So that's a legit thing. Like, have you been to that? I gotta ask.
I haven't. No. Wendy has, but I haven't.
Sick.
They have a few. I think they have a Psychobilly Day at the park too. Or maybe that's not Psychobilly. It's like Dapper Day. So it's like people go in dressed like, super done up, and you know what I mean.
Oh,
yeah, right.
That's sick, dude. So now I gotta ask, since you're so close to Disneyland, do you frequent Disneyland a lot then, like now, or?
So now without passes, no. Like without the year pass, no. But we're planning on going in a couple weeks while the Halloween stuff is still up. but yeah, when we had the passes, we would go when just like, oh yeah, hey, we have some time off. Like, you want to go walk around? And we wouldn't even go on rides. Sometimes we just sit there and hang out and watch people, and walk around until our feet hurt and walk back home.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. That's
If it
awesome.
wasn't so expensive, like I think having that makes it worth it.
Oh, totally, totally.
Because you can go and there's no pressure.
Yeah, I wish I had that luxury, man. If I lived close to Disneyland, dude, I'd be fucking living there.
I was gonna ask you, are there theme parks that are bigger near you?
We have a very weak place, and I actually this is not public knowledge, but I used to work here as a groundskeeper. There was I was like cleaning up the puke and all the shit. Like that was me. There's a place called Callaway Park. It's like Disneyland, but like divide that by 666. It's just like it's the Wish version of Disneyland, but like even worse than
right.
That's what we have. But we have West Edmonton Mall is up in Edmonton, and we do that. They got that big fucking indoor roller coaster and shit. And that's about it. But it's like it is nothing compared to Disneyland, though.
Sure. I don't think anything. Disneyland's the only thing compared to Disneyland, right?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
We got a few last one, a few left over.
Yeah.
I know we're hitting the hour and 11 mark. So
yeah. All right, well, we'll wrap her up quick, man. Favorite flavor of Freezy Pop?
I'm gonna say the blue one.
Blue. Sick. I'm gonna have to say. I would say white.
Okay.
White, the white cherry or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what that is, but like the white one or the blue raspberry, whatever, is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I love those things.
Sick, dude. Right on, man.
See, if you could hold a seance to commune with a spirit, who would it be?
Ooh, dude. I would have to say Elvis Presley. That's who I'd probably try and communicate with, Elvis Presley. And shit, I would ask him. It's just like I would go on a fucking tear asking him questions, but I think it would be really cool if I could actually get in contact.
Right. With Elvis. Yeah, totally.
What about you, man?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think sentimental me. I'm just gonna talk to my grandpa. Musician me, right? Yeah. I'm gonna say, or at least creative me. I'm gonna say, I don't know, Shakespeare. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, that would be a cool one.
Shakespeare, fuck yeah, man.
All right, we got. I feel like we should have saved that one for the end.
Yeah, dude.
One more. Kool-Aid or Flavor Aid? I've never had Flavor Aid, so I'm only gonna say Kool-Aid.
I'm gonna have to say I've actually never tried Flavor Aid either. I'm gonna say Kool-Aid as well. And apparently, I've heard the whole like Jonestown thing. Apparently, Kool-Aid. Apparently, what I've heard was Flavor Aid. Actually,
it was. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I don't know if it was Flavor Aid, but it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was whatever Walmart brand,
Yeah, totally. That's cool though, man. Well, it's not cool, but like you know what I mean.
Right,
it's just,
right.
It's crazy, man.
It's funny. Well, it's funny how we assign like what we know. The word, Kool-Aid, the popular thing. Okay, we know that was Kool-Aid, but in reality, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man.
Hell yeah. Well, I want to say thank you to Kevin Free for all of the wonderful questions. This was fun.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. Next episode, we've got some really cool things in the works for this. Like I said, this is our first episode, and we thought the best way to kind of break the ice was with all the questions.
All of Kevin's questions.
But we got some really cool shit in the works for you guys, and like I said, we're both pretty busy on our own schedules. But whenever we can make this happen, we are going to try and make this happen. It's going to be on our own time. So whenever we can make it happen, we'll make it happen. But like I said, let us know what you guys think, what you guys want to hear, and we would love to make that happen for you guys because this has been a lot of fucking fun, man.
Yeah, it has been, and I think just to reiterate what Nikki was saying, let us know if you have any particular ideas that are you would like to see us talk about or watch happen. And I'm stoked to continue this. Like whenever we're able to. Hopefully, we can get to another one. Maybe ideally, if we have the time, maybe like once a month, once every month, 2 months, whatever. Right. Yep. But it's gonna be fun, and I'm stoked. And hell yeah, I've appreciated all of your time, Nikki, and I appreciate everyone who ends up watching this. And you want to send us off?
All right, guys. I will say, as 5 Cent Freak Show usually says, we may be freaks, but we are not alone. Thank you, guys. Cheers.
All right, thank you.